Hello, welcome to another Q&A meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. Please submit your question in one at a time. Please be brief and precise. Please let me know how the audio and video is doing today. I will now start reading your comment. First one from Christine Coe. Satu Satu Bilim Sukihotu Tanajan Kwan Patum Napa Satu Indrayani Namo Buddhaya Jan Satu Christine Coe, may Tanajan healthy, strong, long life, video loud and clear. Thank you. Bilim Tanajan, audio visual, all good. Thank you. Kenanan, good morning Tanajan, you are clear. Thank you. Check link 10. Greeting dear Tanajan. Greeting to you. Supa Barua Bud Mandana Pante Tanajan. Piao and Indira Walpola Tanajan. So happy to see you. Happy to hear from you too. Kenneth Tan Kiba. Greetings Ajahn. May you be well and happy. Audio and visual is good. Thank you. Mudita. Greeting Tanajan. When Konyanda listened to the Four Noble Truths, and he saw that whatever is subject to origination is all subject to cessation. Does this mean that he also saw anicca as well as Four Noble Truths at the same time? Thank you. Yes, because the first noble truth is anicca, birth, aging, sickness, and death. If there is only birth and no aging, sickness, then it will not be anicca. But since with every birth comes aging, sickness, and death, you see the body is anicca, anatta, can't stop it from being what it is, cannot control it and tell it to remain alive forever. So he saw the Four Noble Truths. He saw anicca in the Four Noble Truths. There's aging, sickness, and death, separation from the one you love, facing the ones you don't love, one sense. This is all anicca. Anatta, you cannot control them. So if you want to control them, you get dukkha. If you let go and accept them for what they are, then you have no dukkha. Accept aging, sickness, and death. Accept separation from the ones you love and facing the ones you don't love, the things you don't love, without any desire or craving, without craving for being or not being, then there will be no dukkha. So he have let go of the first three fetters. Smiley Lane, hi Ajahn, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Xiao Hisham, video is very good Tanajan. May Tanajan be healthy and have a great weekend. Thank you. Tony Yip, dear Tanajan, good afternoon. Video and audio are in good condition. Thank you. Karuna, Satu. Enilam, Satu. Piao and Indira Walpola. Its dependent origination is same as the first noble truth, generation of entire mass of suffering. Well, that is part of the Four Noble Truths in the dependent origination, that is cravings. When you have feelings, good feelings or bad feelings, you will start to have cravings for them. You will like good feelings, so you will crave for this good feeling to last. And you don't like bad feelings. When it arises, you want to get rid of it right away. This is the desire that is in the Four Noble Truths. With desire comes dukkha and attachment and existence, continual existence, more of the same thing. Desire for more of the same thing, more happiness, more good feelings. So this leads you to go to rebirth when the body can no longer support you, your desire, your cravings. Then you have to go get a new body. And this process goes on and on forever until you can stop the cravings or the desire for the good and bad feelings. Leave them alone. Don't seek them out. Let them come and go out by themselves. Bruce Lee Alam Saya Namasagan dear Ajahn. Eli Hassan, good day, Tan Ajahn. Here hard rain, still can hear Ajahn and video clear. In Medan, I think this is where you are, Eli Hassan. I saw Ajahn Wong Sin today. He used to live in Bandung, Indonesia, but he's in Thailand now. But I heard he's going back to Bandung pretty soon. I'm not sure if you have ever met him or not. Ajahn Wong Sin, Pante Wong Sin. Sasana Wati, Vandami Ajahn Sukhi Hotu. Juliana Satu. Soante Satu Satu. Question from Bhikkhuni Pasada from Sri Lanka. During meditation, I feel vibration in the body, more or less strong, and sometimes the vibration becomes very intense, as if something from the outside was coming to visit inside the body. It comes like a wave. Sometimes this visiting energy feels extremely kind, soothing, warming. The energy of vibration feels very happy, sometimes a little excited. It doesn't affect my mood. It is the visiting energy, which seems to be in a happy mood in a way. It's fascinating, but I feel that I shouldn't give it so much importance. It's just coming and going, and not me, like the breath, like the material body. What do you say, Tanajan? Are this perception of any special value? No, they are a distraction to your concentration, to your meditation. If you want to be fully concentrated, absorbed in your meditation, you should leave it alone. As soon as you become aware of it, don't give it any attention. Pay attention to your breathing. If you use the breathing as your object of meditation, because this is just will distract your concentration and will prevent you from entering into jhana. So forget about everything that appears in your meditation and concentrate on your meditation object only. Because what you will get from your meditation object is far better than anything else that appears in your meditation. Bruce Lee Alam Saya, yes, dear Ajahn, Tan Ajahn Wong Sin, Lapiko, Vipassana, Grand Lampang, Bandung. Yeah, he's here at Wat Yan right now, there's a what you call local medicine man who will give him some detox, something about his stomach or something. So that's why he's here. He used to stay with Long Tama Mahabhu also for about 1 year, 1 pansa. But I forgot when he was there. I probably met him, but I couldn't remember because I didn't pay much attention to anybody when I was living in Wat Pavantat. I was more absorbed inside than people outside. But I had a chance to talk to him today and ask him, and he said he spent 1 pansa with Long Tama Mahabhu. Deborah Rosenfeld, dear Ajahn, I hope you are well. Thank you, I am. Thanks very much, Ajahn Mudita. So, Konyanda saw the anicca, dukkha, anatta of the body when he listened to the Four Noble Truths. Then later, when he listened to Anattalakkana Sutta, he saw the 3 characteristics of all the 5 khandhas. That's right. Plus, it's not indicated, but plus he saw the Dhamma or the Chitta beside the 5 khandhas. He also saw the Dhamma Ramana in the Chitta as being the 3 characteristics also. Namely, he saw the body, feelings, and Chitta as being anicca, dukkha, anatta. Si Jilim, Satu, Satu. Suchart Chim, Satu, Satu. Hong Mi Chin, viewing. Thank you, Mom. Nice to see you well. Thank you. Je Chudasama, Satu. Ama Ayugui. Dear Ajahn, can Sotapanna reduce the number of his future life? Or it is said at the time of attaining a Sotapanna? Thanks again. Once you become a Sotapanna, your future life will not be more than 7 lifetimes maximum. But you might not need the 7 lifetimes to be fully enlightened. You might be able to continue on with your practice in this lifetime and become enlightened in this very lifetime. So the number of future deaths will then be reduced to 0. But if something should happen to you right after you become a Sotapanna, something should happen, like you get into an accident and you die, then you only have to come back not more than 7 lifetimes. Si Jilim, good afternoon, Ajahn. So thankful for another session of Dhamma teaching from Ajahn. You're welcome. Sasanawati, Ajahn, I have a little appear at the Sanya as Nimitta Sunyata. What the solution? Thank you. I don't understand your question. So I cannot really answer your question. You have to rephrase your question again. Suchart Chim, I start to keep sila every Buddha sila days in month. I stop eating too much, especially meat. Yes, it's good to reduce your food consumption because eating too much can become an obstruction to your meditation practice. You'll become sleepy, drowsy, lazy, and you won't succeed in meditation. But if you're not eating, if you're a little bit hungry, your mind will be fully alert and will not feel sleepy, drowsy, or lazy. Adeline Chin, good afternoon, Ajahn. Good evening to you. Good afternoon to you. Suchart Chim, I start 5 silas. Yes, then you should, if you want to meditate, you should practice the 8 precepts on your day off from work. On your regular day, when you go to work, keep the 5 precepts. But on the day off, if you want to meditate, then keep the 8 precepts. Asana Chunasevi, good morning, Ajahn, audio and video are clear. Bangkok now 33 degrees Celsius in the house. Thank you. Nushti W, Namaskar Ajahn. Piyal and Indra Vapola. How can one see through the composite from a solidity, for example, the body form of 32 parts, what we see as body or person, when put together? The metaphor used in the sutta is a lump of form, seen as the form, the first aggregate. Is it true? Is it true contemplation of dissolution? Yes, you have to contemplate both the integration and disintegration of the body. You have to see how the body is being formed. Is by being joined by the two drops of 4 elements: water, earth, wind, and fire element from the mother and the father. When they combine, then they start to increase. The cell, once they combine, then they start to increase in numbers and gradually forming the 32 parts of the body by the support of the 4 elements within them in the mother's body. And then eventually it becomes complete. Then it comes out of the womb and continue to take in more 4 elements. It continue to breathe in the air element, drink the water element, eat the earth element. And these 3, when they combine, they create the 4th element, the fire element, the heat. So this is the process of integration of the body. And when the body dies, then the 4 elements will be separated. First goes the air element, then the fire element, then the water element. Then what is left is just the earth element. So you can see this clearly by just studying the integration and disintegration of the body. Because it's actually just the integration of the 4 elements and the disintegration of the 4 elements. But to see the body and the one who investigates the body, you have to go into meditation. You have to be able to enter into jhana. Then the mind and the body and the one who investigates the body will be separated from one and one from the other. So the one who knows, who investigate the body will know that it isn't the body. The body is the subject of investigation. The mind is the investigator. So once you have jhana, and when you come out, then you use contemplation to remind the mind to not forget that the body and the mind are not the same, 2 separate entities. One is an investigator, the other is an investigative object. The body is just an object under investigation, and the one who investigates the body is the mind. Xiao Hishan, in Tanajan books Dhamma for the Asking, Tanajan mentioned that in order to become the Buddha, one needs 500 million years to accumulate one's parami. This is a rough number, thanks. Yes, it's a number that cannot be written with an actual numerical number. So what it means is a very long time, so long that we cannot comprehend how long it is. Bruce Lee Alamsaya, yes, he told me many years ago that he had one pansa in Wat Pavantan with Long Ta. Thank you for the info, dear Ajahn. You're welcome. Norris Chang, Satu Satu. Nush TW from Melbourne. Thank you. Sochit Chim, Satu. Did you come yesterday, Nut from Melbourne? I have a lady yesterday coming to listen to Dhamma talk and mentioned that she's from Melbourne. It's probably you, right? Nuch TW. Sochit Chim, Satu Satu. Ali Hassan, Ajahn, I realize the more and quicker we can get let be and let go, bring a lot and qualify happiness. Mind easily calm down and peace, not much anger, heart doesn't beat hard. This is so cool, thanks for Tan Ajahn advice about treat everything like weather, Satu Satu. Yes, everything, really the action of the four elements. The action or the activities of the four elements create the everything on this earth that we experience right now. It creates rain, storm, fire, earthquakes, so forth. Everything are all activities of the four elements, including the body, human body, going about doing things, loving each other and hating each other. These are all the work of the four elements, plus the work of ignorance or avijja in the mind, in the fifth element, which is the knowing element. If we can get rid of the avijja in the knowing element, then everybody will exist naturally without any sense of ownership, without any sense of I, me, or mine. Sochi Chim, thanks for advice, Ajahn. You're welcome. Kwan Lee Man. Dear Tan Ajahn, with respect, I saw these two questions in the Tan Ajahn Facebook in Thai. What is the last desire? What can we do to kill it from the heart? Can Tan Ajahn please explain? Well, first you have to get there first. You have to get rid of all the other desire. Then there's only one desire left, the desire to become enlightened. Once you get to that point, then you know this desire to become enlightened can block your enlightenment. Like the Venerable Ananda, he was told by the Buddha that he would become enlightened within 3 months' time after the passing away of the Buddha. So once the Buddha passed away, he then went to live in seclusion and concentrate on his practice until the last day of the prediction of the 3-month period. And he hasn't yet become enlightened. So he tried harder and harder to try to become enlightened. But no matter how hard he tried, he could not become enlightened. So then he stopped and reflect and say, this is probably the Buddha's one wrong prediction that he would be enlightened in 3 months' time. So he gave up his desire to become enlightened according to the Buddha's prediction, and just take enlightenment as it comes, not as he wants it to be. So once he let go of his desire to become enlightened, his mind let go of this attachment, this craving. Once this craving is stopped, then he became enlightened. Something like that anyway. Just a story. You can study this story by studying the life of the Venerable Ananda and how he became enlightened. Mudita, Ajahn, as you said that the chitta is anatta and that the chitta is the knower. That means nothing at all belongs to us, not even the chitta. I used to think that the knower belonged to us and that the chitta never be born and die, only our body dies. Yes, the body dies, but the chitta is the one who go attached to a new body. But without the self in the citta, then there's no one to direct the citta to go take a new body. So no rebirth, no new body. Chi Chin Chuan, dear Ajahn, the four foundations of mindfulness are contemplating of body, to do mindfulness of breathing. Buddha said to understand short or long breathing, but we are supposed to focus breathing at the nose tip, which is correct. Both, you can do both. Watch your breath at the tip of your nose. When you're breathing in, just know you are breathing in. When you're breathing out, just know you are breathing out. When your breath becomes short, know it is short. When it's become long, just know it becomes long. That's all. Just be aware of the breath and the quality of the breath. That's what he means. But don't force the breath to be short or long. Leave the breath natural. Leave it alone. Let it be short or long. As you advance in your meditation, the breath becomes longer and more subtle. That's all it is. So just keep watching at the tip of the nose and know whether you're breathing in or you're breathing out. And just know whether your breath becomes longer or shorter as you watch your breath. But don't force your breathing. Don't do anything with your breathing. Leave the breathing alone. Just keep watching. Pen IB, Sadhu, Smiley Lane. Hi Ajahn, I'm severely depressed. I am always anxious about my future. I have high expectation on myself. When I didn't meet it, I feel as if my whole world have crashed, and it's really hard for me to start over. Can you kindly advise me? Thank you. Sadhu, sadhu. Well, you have to look at the truth of life. You should trace the, your life path from the start to finish, from birth to death. And you'll see that when you come into this world, you didn't take anything with you. And when you leave this world, you don't take anything with you. So why worry about what you get or you don't get, what you achieve or what you don't achieve? But because whatever you achieve, whatever you accumulated, you won't take it with you when you leave this world. So look at the reality of life. This world that we live in is just like a theater, a play, a stage where we come and play our role. And when the play is over, we go home without taking anything from the stage with us. Okay, so this is what if you can see that life is like this, then you don't have to set up your high expectation. You just take the road that you are given. Just achieve what you can achieve, and don't worry about the things that you cannot achieve, because it doesn't matter. Because once you die, you don't take anything with you. This world is just a stage, a play in a theater. You're just an actor. Just play along. That's all. Don't be so serious with life. Too serious is not good. It costs you a lot of suffering. Lien Lim, Sadhu, Sadhu. Sochit Chim, Sadhu, Sadhu. Piyal and Indira Walpola. Is the absolute emptiness the non-activity in between conditional arising and passing away? Absolute emptiness is when there is no cravings left in the mind. When the three cravings are disappear from the mind, then nothing will appear, which is Nibbana, absolute emptiness. And the mind is totally free from all the three cravings. Cravings for sensual pleasure, cravings for being, and craving for non-being. When you have reached that state, then you have absolute emptiness. Because you don't You don't have any desire for anything or cling to anything. But you're still in touch with everything. It's like the droplet of water on the lotus leaf. They, they come together, but they don't run into each other. The water isn't being absorbed by the leaf. So the mind of an enlightened being still come into contact with all the sensual objects, but it doesn't have any attachment to them. They're existing side by side. นบีทีนมัสการอาจารย์อายีนมัสการท่านอาจารย์ลิมซุยคุณสาธุสาธุ P.L. and Indira Valpola. One learns to appreciate the stillness and peace do much after samatha pavana. That you sometimes get agitated with the chaos when getting back to society. That's when you have to apply wisdom. You have to look at things around you as being anatta, not under your control. So you became agitated because you want everything to be peaceful and calm. But this is not the way of things around you. Things around you are in constant motion and in constant change. So if you want them to remain calm and peaceful, then you can get agitated. But if you understand the nature of things around you as being anatta, anicca, then you just accept them for what they are, and then you won't get any agitation. This is what you do with wisdom. You do it after you come out of jhana, to keep your mind to continue to be peaceful and happy. You have to see that everything around you is anicca, dukkha, anatta. Dukkha, you get agitated if you want them to be under your control. If you want them to be not changing, then you can get agitated. But if you accept that they change and that they are not under your control, then you won't get any dukkha or become agitated. Ayi, Tanajana, a person do merit and Bhatidana for his ancestor, but if he also bestow it on his friends and sisters, even though his friends don't participate, is it useful? You can share the merit with those people who depart from this world. They can be anybody, your parents or your friends' parents or the parents of people you don't know. You can share this merit with them. Selina Chiam, Satu, Satu. Audi Aha, Satu. Ayi, question number 2. In Ajahn Mun's biography, there is a monk who instantly cannot forget a woman passing by. The monk tried to control his thought, but still couldn't until finally, when the monk moved to another area to avoid the woman also accidentally moved to that area. They met again, and finally the monk disrobed and married that woman. Ajahn Mun said it was karma. In this case, can the bondage of karma prevent us from controlling our kilesa? Ajahn Mun said it was karma. In this case, can the bondage of karma prevent us from controlling our kilesa? It depends on how strong your practice is. If your practice of mindfulness and wisdom is stronger, you can overcome your kilesa, your karma that prevent you from controlling your kilesa. So it depends on how hard you have developed. If you have developed strong enough wisdom and mindfulness, you can overcome your kilesa. If that happens to us, is it true that if our adhitthana and self-control strong, we can avoid it. Stay as monk and forget about that woman. So we can break the karma bond. That's right. It depends on how strong your practice is, how strong your mindfulness and wisdom is. Mudita, thank you so much, Tanajan, for your teaching always. Satu. Ayatan Ki, is it okay to watch the breath at the stomach, rising and falling, or does it need to be at the nose? You can watch either places. You can watch at the tip of your nose, or you can watch at your stomach. But keep watching at only one place. Don't move around. If you choose the stomach, just stay at the stomach. If you choose the tip of your nose, then watch at the tip of your nose. Don't change your point of focus. PL and Indira Vapola are asava translated to English as taint or fermentation. Previous memories, implicit memories, or habits of the mind that surface as defilement from time to time in the background of ignorance. Yes, they are your habits. Chi Chin Chuan, dear Ajahn, why is it wrong for me to control my breathing? Why meditation, that is breath in pause and breath out pause, it seems more focused and control? Because you are making the mind working, see? And if the mind keeps working, then the mind cannot become still. So you have to stop the mind from working. But by controlling your body, you are actually using the mind to control your body, your breath. So if the mind keeps controlling your breath, then the mind will not be able to become still and enter into jhana. It's like when you go to sleep, but you keep forcing your body to do something, then the body will not fall asleep if you not allow the body to remain still. Eli Hassan, yes, teacher, acceptance, no matter good or bad. Stop thinking, bring peace when we can treat others good and with forgiveness. Life becomes easier and lighter, no much burden in mind. No many why have been, appeared, why have been, appeared, barely anymore, just see as what it is. Really happy to reach this feeling. Thanks a lot for your teaching. Just follow what Ajahn teach. Good results show out by its own. Thank you. Gek Yen So, greeting Tan Ajahn. Greeting to you. Ayi. Question number 3. Do all the attainment of sainthood from Sotapanna to Arahant must have attained jhana, even though they do not know that it is called jhana? Yes, you have to have jhana. You have to have equanimity in order for you to stop your fetters. Without equanimity, your mind won't have the strength to stop your defilement, your fetters or defilement. Ayatan Ki, is there anywhere in Thailand that you recommend that we can practice meditation or retreat in English? There are several places that Westerners go to. One, Mapjan, Ajahn, Anand, Ajahn Tan, Wat Bunyawat, Wat Pa Nana Chad, อาจารย์หลวงปู่ชา Monastery วัดหนองป่าพง So there are several places you can go, and from there you can ask for more places to go to. Chi Chin Chuan. Dear Ajahn, do I follow all the 4 foundations of mindfulness at one go or one by one? It's a step-by-step practice. The first step is to develop mindfulness. So the way to have mindfulness is to watch your body posture and movement. This is the first step you do. First, develop mindfulness. Once you have enough mindfulness, then you sit down and meditate. Then you use the anapanasati. You use the breath. Watch the breath at the tip of your nose until you get into jhana. Once you have jhana, and when you come out of jhana, your mind becomes calm and peaceful. But as soon as you think about your body, you can become agitated or worried. If you think about aging, sickness, and death, then you have to use wisdom. You have to study the nature of the body to see that it is impermanent, that the body is subjected to aging, sickness, and death. So there's no reason for you to become worried or anxious about the body, because you cannot stop it from getting old, getting sick, or die. Once you can see this with wisdom, then your mind will become peaceful and calm, because it will let go of its attachment to the body. So this is the fourth level, wisdom. First is mindfulness, second is meditation for jhana, then third, study the nature of the body, and then let go of your attachment. Then you become enlightened. Smiley Lane. Thank you so much, Ajahn, for the wise advice. I will try to follow and practice it. Appreciate your time and wisdom, Sadhu. You're welcome. Ama Ayubwe. Dear Ajahn, can you please share the most memorable teaching similes of your teacher? Thank you. I can't think of it right now, and I'm sorry. Everything my teacher said was always memorable. Every little detail, every little thing he said has a hidden message, whether you can see it or not, that's all. You always say, thank you, Tanajan, for your guidance, much appreciated. You're welcome. Question number 4 from IE. Can we enter Appana Samadhi even when we are working? Is Appana Samadhi same as the fourth jhana? Yes. It's difficult when you're working to enter into the fourth jhana or Appana Samadhi. Your body has to become still, to be still first. You have to sit still and then force your mind to become still with mindfulness. Then you can enter into the fourth jhana. Is an arahant certain to have attained the fourth jhana? Every level of enlightenment needs the support of jhana to get there. Let me take a break, take a sip of water. 43 minutes already gone, and there's still lots of more questions coming today, which is good, very interesting, very exciting. Question from Piyao and Indira Walpola. Tanajan, thank you so much for all your amazing answer to our question with so much wisdom. You're welcome. Piyao and Walpola. Does jhana practice eventually make sensual desire, sense-based, less powerful, and help one move toward disenchantment and dispassion? Yes. Our wisdom is essential for this purpose. Wisdom is to get rid of the sensual desire completely, but jhana helps to reduce the strength of the sensual desire. Without jhana, it would be very difficult to overcome your sensual desire with wisdom alone. We all have wisdom. We know that sensual desire is bad for us, but we still cannot stop it because we don't have enough equanimity or jhana. But once our mind have jhana, have enough equanimity, when we see that the sensual desire are bad for us, then we can stop it right away, completely or permanently. Su Lan Ui. Dear Ajahn, happy to see you again. Hope you are well. Last Tuesday I was attending a Dhamma talk and ended late, hence wasn't able to join the Zoom meeting. Currently I'm away on vacation, hence unable to join the recent sessions. I have a question as below. What can we do when the elderly 80 years plus in our family tell us that he starts seeing huge black spider hanging from the ceiling, but it disappears when the light is on? Is there negative karma, and is there any way to transform this sight? And is the feeling of fear? Sadhu, sadhu. Now, whatever they see, that's up to them. The only thing you can tell them if they want your advice is not to be be affected by what they see. It's just like watching a movie. That's all. What he sees cannot hurt his mind, cannot hurt him. So just leave what he sees alone. Treat it as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Ayatanki, thank you. Tannik, after meditating, I have become more mindful of when I am about to be angry, but I still give in to my anger eventually and speak harsh words. Even if I'm aware, how can I control myself? Your anger is caused by your expectation or your desire for something or somebody to do something for you or not to do something for you. So you have to reduce your expectation or desire on people and things. Let them do whatever they want to do. Let things happen, whatever is gonna happen. Then you won't have any anger. Your anger is caused by your expectation and your desire. I.e. question number 5. When we meditate and we focus on the object, suddenly the hands move on their own like dancing and form mudra movement. Is it just our feeling or can it really move like that? I think it's just a lack of mindfulness. If you are fully mindful, then this thing will not happen. So come back to your breath, to your object of meditation, and disregard everything else that appears. Question number 6 from IE. Sometimes when we sit still or meditate, our body and head often sway like a dashboard, bobblehead. When we open our eyes, our body or head is still moving like a dashboard. I saw some of my friends are also experiencing that too. Is there something wrong with my meditation? Yes, there's no mindfulness. It's like you have gone to sleep. So you have to be mindful, then you'll be fully alert, then nothing will move. Everything will remain calm and peaceful if you have mindfulness. So stay mindful when you meditate. Mindful of if you use your breathing, watch your breath. If you use a mantra, keep reciting the mantra. Then nothing of this sort will happen. Nam Lin Satu Satu. Dennis Perov. Thank you, dear Ajahn Suchart Abhijato. Satu Satu. Sulanui, thank you, Ajahn, for your wise advice. Satu Satu. Ayi, thank you very much for your guidance. You are welcome. Tanik, thanks, Ajahn. You are welcome. Kachanila, Action. Kachanila, Action. When I am celibate and practice 5 precepts and meditate, I feel sukha, and then I feel like big smile that overwhelm my face and attention for some time. Is this jhana and what level of jhana is it? I don't know. Don't worry about which level of jhana. Just keep your mind happy, peaceful and calm. That's all you want. But just keep concentrating on your meditation object. You should be able to get into deeper until there's nothing left except emptiness and equanimity and peace and happiness. That's what you want to go. The final destination of your meditation is to enter into emptiness, emptiness of thoughts, and your mind will become calm, peaceful, and happy, empty of anything that might appear in the mind. If there are still things that appear in your mind, it means you haven't yet reached the 4th jhana. J. Tan. According to Chinese culture, we shouldn't chant at night as there are a lot of spirits around at night and they will be attracted to us when we chant. Is that true or can we chant anytime? Yes, you can chant anytime you want. That's just belief. It's not true. We monk do chanting, we do evening chanting, morning chanting. We do chanting all day and all night. So there's no limit to when you can chant or not chant. David McDonald, thank you for your wisdom and sage advice. Ajahn, you're welcome. Ayi Namaskar Ajahn. Kachanila Akshiwan, thank you Ajahn. You're welcome. Well, we still have about another 9 minutes left. If anybody still wants to ask more questions, you can send in your question now. I'll be here for another 8 minutes or so. Then I have to go prepare myself for the next Dhamma talk, which will be in about 1 hour and a half from now. PR and Indira were polar. This breath sensation of the entire body is more conducive to arising of first jhana, as opposed to concentrate on one point, focusing on the top of the nose. It's up to you. I don't know. You have to try it out for yourself. But according to the Buddha, he said use anapanasati. Focus on the tip of your nose. Focus on the breath coming in and out. You want to keep the mind still, not going around the whole entire body. Question from Philip Yeo from Singapore. Ajahn, do the Buddha and Arahant Citta cease after death or remain in the universe? Thank you. It remains in the spiritual universe. The mind of everybody, you and mine and the Buddha, all existed in the spiritual universe, and they never disappear. They are always there. The only difference between an enlightened mind and an unenlightened mind is that one is enlightened mind doesn't go after a rebirth, but unenlightened mind will go after more rebirth. Ayatanki. I have heard that we shouldn't include people who have passed away in metta meditation. Is that bad? No. You include everybody in your meditation. You want to have loving kindness toward all beings, whether alive or passed away. Sappe satta means all beings. Rusli Alamsia. Such is life, such is the body. Thank you very much for your heart, your kind wisdom. You're welcome. JJ Tan, when we die, some say our last thought moment will decide whether we are reborn, but isn't it how we have lived our entire life and not just based on the last moment? No, what you have done for your entire life will determine where you will go. Your good and bad karma will come and decide which path you will go, up or down. If your bad karma is stronger than your good karma, then you will go down. If your good karma is stronger than your bad karma, then you will go up. PL and Indira Vapola, once again, thank you so much. So much gratitude to you. Please get some rest and look after yourself. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Well, this session seems to pass by very quickly. Hardly any pause at all. Almost for 1 hour now. It's quite interesting. Time can pass away when you're busy. Sulanui, dear Ajahn, does being reborn as a human mean that we have great merits and good karma? No, it just means that your good and bad karma are about the same strength. So your good karma cannot keep you in heaven, and your bad karma cannot keep you in hell. So you come back as a human being. Piya Indira Vapula. What is consciousness without base or consciousness without surface? I think the Pali term is Anidasana Vijnana. I cannot answer this question because I don't know myself. J. Tan, how does chanting Karaniya Metta help in daily practice? It helps you to have more mindfulness, that's all. Chanting is a way of developing mindfulness. But you have to concentrate on your chanting only and not thinking about other things at the same time. Tenzin Dema, Satu Satu. Okay, I think that's about it for today. Oh, here's another comment from Sulan Ui. Dear Ajahn, what is the benefit of accumulating great merit? Is it for perfecting the paramisatu? See, merits are a thing that you accumulate through your good action, good karma action. And there are about 10 of them, which we call paramis. If you have perfected the 10 paramis, then you'll be able to become enlightened, become a Buddha, or become a noble disciple. Okay, I think that's about it for today. I shall wrap this meeting up for now. Thank you very much for your attendance. I hope your participation in this meeting is beneficial to you and can help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.